Easily, yeah. Now that I've seen these freshmen work out, it's and this is exactly how you want to build the program from the ground up. You want each recruiting class to make your team the best team you've had. Until you get to a point where you can't do that any longer. That means you've got a really good team.
Right.
And barring any ridiculous injuries, you're going to have your nagging, twisting ankles and stuff like that. This is the deepest team I've had.
That's something that you felt before. What do you think separates this group? Was it the athleticism you talked about?
Well, it's our bottom guys are better than our bottom guys were before. So, when you're 11th, 12th, and 13th guys, you feel like you can put them in the game and have them contribute. That's when you have that kind of confidence in what you can do. We can't afford to have any of our marquee players go down, but if they were, like an Eric, we have guys who can step up and are willing to step up and want to step up.
Now, you talked about it in there, but with the suspensions, just can you break down their situation?
Yeah, sure. So Devon's suspended until the Portland game, and Eric is suspended until the Stanford game in January. And, both are for violation of team rules, and both have handled their suspensions superbly since they've come down.
Now, for Eric, this is a little bit more lengthy than Devon. Is it because it's the second strike? Something happened last year. Is that safe to say, or is it more than one?
I won't say that, but it's his suspension is what it is, and I'm hoping that he continues to serve it out the way he's been, because he's been extremely helpful to the team, and that we don't have to address this with him again.
He says he's really disappointed in himself, and that Roberto said that he noticed in both Devon and Eric that they've sort of been refocused by this, like a good kick in the butt.
Yeah, I would agree with Roberto, and once again, Roberto is as astute as any coach or any grown-up. These guys have had a renewed, to use his word, a renewed focus, but they've had a renewed connection with the rest of the guys. I think they have been humbled by this and continue to be, especially in Eric's case. Devon's going to miss a couple exhibition games and a regular season game, but I think they've both been humbled by this, and they have also been humbled by how forgiving their teammates have been.
You've always said that it's about developing these people as young men. For those two, specifically Eric, he's got that next level potential. How important a lesson is humility?
Well, it's important, but I think Eric's basketball abilities are going to carry him as far as he wants them to carry him. Devon, on the other hand, this is a guy who I'm hoping will have his degree by January or March, and that's not to say that one is more important, but Eric is one of our best students. Devon isn't as enthusiastic about his academics, and to get him a degree, it would be just such a huge win for him, for his family, for our program, that I don't want to see either one of these guys fail.
The chemistry of this team, as good as it's ever been since you've been here.
Yeah, Stephen, this team's chemistry is the best I've seen it, and that's not a slight on Joe. It's just we're going to miss Joe, and but these guys, I think they have all been through last year, losing so many close games together, going through the suspensions with Devon and Eric, and it's brought them closer as a unit, and you will see it as we go on this journey this season. This team is about as close as I've ever seen.
What's been the catalyst for that, do you think?
I really think it's the tribulations they went through last year, the close losses, and having the suspensions of the summer with two of their better guys, and I think they know that in order for them to be good, they have to work extremely well together.
Roberto, one last thing for Roberto. He posted some things online every now and then on Twitter about those draft experts, and they rank the best guards, and he's not on the list.
Right.
Do you see him having that sort of extra motivation, that chip on it? Not an angry chip, but a good chip?
Yeah, he always has motivation. He's such a he wants to be good, and that just fuels it when he's not considered to be one of the better guards in the country. And I don't blame him. I think he's really good, and I think he's gonna have that chip on his shoulder, waiting for somebody to knock it off so he can show him.
Do you think he's kind of an underrated guy?
I do. I think that, you know, what's happened with Roberto is that you can never live up to the expectations that a guy like that has had. I mean, you know, he was one of those guys who was the best player as a 6th grader, he's the best player as an 8th grader, he's the best player in high school.
Sports Illustrated.
He got the Sports Illustrated thing. He's got this guy writing a book about him. It's hard to live up to that. But having said that, what you don't hear about is this kid is all of the stuff that he's had to battle while he's being this good of a player and this good of a person, you know? I mean, he is a terrific kid, and he would be on my team if he was a walk-on from a personality standpoint, if you know what I mean. So yeah, has he been overlooked? I think he's sort of just been, the masses have caught up to him, and now he's ready to pull away again.
It kind of seems like the news with Moreland and Collier kind of puts some more pressure on him, just to, not only from a production standpoint, but to really lead through adversity, and that's what real
absolutely
leaders do, right?
That is right. That is what real leaders do, and we're grooming that guy to be more than a basketball player. He's going to be more than a basketball player, and I hope he plays 10 years in the league, because then when he's done, he's going to do a lot of things that are going to make people forget about Roberto Nelson, the basketball player.
Angus,
back.
How good is it to see him back out here? And then you mentioned that you're the one that's not quite 100%. What's the last hurdle for you?
You know, just time for me. I mean, Angus is doing great. He's running sprints, and he's doing things that don't require any contact with other people. That's really my doing, because I'm nervous, and I don't want him to go down with something that is in our control. I mean, you know, I don't know if he's told you, but he had appendicitis just recently, so he just had his appendix out, and it's just, we've got enough of that stuff that we can't control to deal with. And he's the kind of guy, he'll be in shape. I'm not worried about that. So I'm treating him like a veteran. You know, I'm just having him ease into training camp, and then when I'm ready, then he can go. But it's not him. He wants to go right now.